Hello, 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 and welcome back to Let's Play PC Building Simulator on hard mode. I think this is the case that wasn't working with the build, so we're getting rid of that. I'm not getting rid of it, but storing it away. Let's see what we got. Pretty sure those are the ones we just did. Get rid of these. Get that copied back again. Open our email. I love Dewey Decimal. Word. Can't type today. Hello, Liz again. We've had a bit of a problem here. A member of the public wearing a lab coat came in to ask where the chemistry section is. 10 minutes later, I find him sat at the computer terminal with half a dozen bubbling test tubes. Where do these people get their ideas from? I marched over there and told him to clear it all up, but I must have surprised him. He spilled his chemicals everywhere. It was all green and blue, and it dissolved the mouse mat. And now the computer won't turn on. Goodness only knows what that stuff has done to the inside. I mean, really. This is the last thing we needed. Just heard that if we don't get visitor numbers up, we will be closed. Some people only come to use the computers. Without them, we haven't got a chance. Can you take a look, please? And could you also clean the case, as it is now quite filthy? Thank you, Liz Barnett, Head Librarian. Hahatanka Public Library. Diagnose and fix. Yes, we can do that. We don't have a time limit on it. That's nice. Bespoke PC request. So for Catherine Shaw. Hello, I need a new PC. I've been fighting Adobe Photoshop CC and it's winning. I'm going to need it in 3 days at the latest. I worry about used parts. Have you heard of Intel? They're meant to be pretty good. Pretty easy. Oh, a $5,000 budget? Super easy. Accept. So I'm gonna do shop. Intel, I'm pretty sure it's just CPUs, yep. I kind of want to try a 2066 processor. We haven't really used much of those. LGA 2066. i9 7980 XE. Motherboards. It's got to fit 2066. I want it to be S or E. We can do either. Minus 640. And that's an EATX, so our case has to fit an EATX. So Asus ROG Rampage 6 Extreme. So cases, motherboard E ATX. Minus 45. Colink. Stronghold. White. Alright, so she wants to, well, run Adobe Photoshop CC. Did she say recommended or, yep, recommended specs? So that is what we're looking for. Oh, that is super easy because that's not even the recommended specs aren't even that great. Okay, so then motherboards, what was it? It was ATX 2066. What was this one? So 4200. Can do how much RAM did it need? At least 9 gigabytes of RAM, so doing 2 of these would be 360 anyway, so we might as well just go up to here. G skill 16 gigabyte 4266. Storage be the Scorch, minus 110 for that. Patriot Scorch 128 gigabytes M.2. Power supply, so the case was Colink Stronghold. So power supply is 200 millimeters. ATX, right? PSU size ATX, yep. Descending. Minus 260. Silver stone. That's T1200 ET. Cooling. Two times 120, 2 times 140. So 240 maybe. $240. To minus 80. Cooler master. Master. Liquid. ML 240L E2. Alright, and then we just have the GPU. Double check. Make sure we have everything added. Processor, cooling, motherboard, RAM. Double checking my math again. 640 plus 45 minus 360 minus 110 minus 260 for power supply. I got the case, and yep, minus 80. So we have just a little over 2300, 2305 for the GPUs, and it can crossfire form factor ETX, can crossfire SLI. So graphics cards. So 1152 per. So we could do 2 of these. What's the length on that? 308. Pretty sure the case was long enough to do that. $380. Yep. So I'm gonna do 2 of these. So tech gaming RTX 2080 Ti. Yep. Got 2. And that should only leave us with $5 left of the budget. All right. Business pale. New PC. Good day. Can you build a PC for me? Please install custom water cooling on the CPU. I saw the CPU can run as fast as 3900 megahertz. I need this pretty soon, in 3 days at the latest. Have you heard of EKWB? They're meant to be pretty good. I know used parts can be cheaper, but I'd like new ones. Okay, so 3250. And he just wants it on the CPU. So let's go custom water cooling first. Go radiators. Manufacturer EKWB. No, we can just do 130. Wait. Okay, 3250 is his budget. So 130. So EKWB, EK Cool Stream is E120. And then the CPU block. $300 is going to be the cheapest on that. So EKWB, EK Supremacy, Edge Black, and we need just the reservoir. EKWB. Minus 220. So EKWB, EK X res 100. All right, that should be everything for that. That leaves us 2600 exactly for the rest of the PC. He didn't have, he just wanted 3900 for the CPU. Processors, we're just gonna go Intel. So we might just do this one for now. So this is supposed to be under cooling. CPU, i5, 6600K. So it's a Skylake. Cases is going to be just a Silverstone. S14. I'm gonna do 180. EVGA. Supernova. 1050. GS. Some motherboards. Has to be a Skylake. We're doing SATX. Skylake or Kaby Lake are interchangeable. Let's go with 175. The MSI Z270 Gaming Pro. Carbon. Memory. It's 3800. Minus 136. The Patriot Viper 8 gigabyte 3866. Storage will be minus 110. Patriot Scorch 128 gigabytes M.2. Alright, so again, gonna double check, make sure I subtracted everything correctly. 3250. So we've got i5 is 180. We've got MSI, which is 175. We got the Patriot Viper is 136. The Scorch is 110. EVGA Supernova. Okay. It's 180. And the Silverstone is 40. And we also have 130. It's 300. And 220. So 1779 left for the graphics card. Now I might just do this one for 1050. Gigabyte Aorus RTX 2080 Extreme 8 gig. So that leaves us 729. So we can go in here at 180, which will give us 909. to upgrade the processor a bit. Socket, Skylake, Coffee Lake. Oop, descending. So an i9 900 KS. Oh no, that's a Coffee Lake. We can't do that one. Why is that? It's an i7 7700K. And then add another one of those. 2 times. For that. Still leaves us with 503. So 1553 total for a graphics card. GeForce, Zotac Gaming, GeForce RTX 1080 or 2080 Ti Amp Extreme. You know what? Might as well. So minus 1300. So Zotac RTX 2080 Ti Amp Extreme. Still leaves us with 253. So we can actually add another one of those if we wanted. Oh, we need to take this one out. And that should be good. Enough for that. Okay. I heard you can overclock PCs. Can you have a look at mine? I want the CPU to be cooled with custom loop. I saw the CPU can run as fast as 5353. You've got to get it done in 10 days. If you can, I'd love some plastic red cables. See Steinbeck. Ooh, oops. Let's recopy that. So you want plastic red. I've noticed sometimes it runs a bit slow too, so it probably needs a virus scan. $9,700K is what he's got. Processors, 9,700K. He wants that to hit 5353. Okay. Let's get that off here. So he just wants a custom water cooling loop. What case do you have there, buddy? Fractal Design Meshify. Meshify C. TG. So I'm hoping. Okay. So let's do radiators. No, ascending. Add to cart. Do alpha cool. Next. Nexus ST 30 240. And what is your CPU? Intel 9700, which was Coffee Lake. So CPU box has to fit a Coffee Lake. So minus 70. Alpha cool. Ice block. XPX. And then the wires. Thinking this one for 220. EKWB. EK. XRes. 100. D5. So we should have two of those. One. Good. Accept that. It's all accepted. Let's go ahead next day, buy all that. Next day, that. There's nothing in cells. Looks like we already went through that. All right. Let's get on to Monday. End of day in 7 days. Business Pal. And Catherine. Business Pal was Silverstone PS14. And Catherine was Colink. Let's get This one's got to be done today, so let's get this one done. So you had the MSI. And then you had the 1050. Yep. And you didn't want specific cables, so that's good. You had the i7 7700. Then you had two Patriot 8 gigabytes 3866. Oh no, we switched it to 3, didn't we? And then Patriot Scorch. And you had the Zotac 2080 Extreme. All right, and then your custom water cooling. You had the EKWB parts, all of them. So reservoir. So we're gonna have to take this fan out. And then radiators, you had SC120. Or SE. Did we do the 120? Yes. And then get the edge black. So piping. And coolant. That turned on. And run it. he wanted the custom water cooling loop and overclocked. Cabling, he wants plastic red. Actually, that is going to leave. So we got you the reservoirs. Oh, can that not fit because of his... Oh, I gotta take this out anyways. Oh, I need parts. And we got you. A cool ice block. Motherboard. Power button. Is that everything? Oh no, motherboards plugged in. It's got the motherboard, GPU, storage. Install coolant. All right, we got that set up. But that is going to be the end of this episode. When we return, we will mess with this, see if we can get it overclocked. Then we will do our other build. And then we have another PC where we have to diagnose what is wrong with it. But I want to thank you for watching. It is very much appreciated. And until next time, I will see you later.